This video is presented by EA Game Changers. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build, but this is not just any Sims 4 speed build. You guys saw the title, you guys saw the thumbnail, the Sims 4 Cottage Living expansion pack. So I was lucky enough to receive super early access to this pack, so please excuse my origin ID is kind of popping around the screen. As you can see, I got kind of like an alpha early access version of the pack, so please note just as a disclaimer that anything you see on screen today is subject to change in the final version. That's just a little disclaimer in case they happen to change anything in between now and when the actual release comes out. So here I am doing a speed build for you guys, and I am making this kind of cottage farm, mini farm cottage thing in the kind of countryside. So this is actually the second build that I've done with the pack, but it's going to be the first build that I upload just because I feel like this is a good build that kind of represents a lot of the items and the features of the pack. So basically I'm just doing the exterior kind of shell right now. I wanted to kind of curve the roof pieces to kind of make it look a little bit like a barn kind of roof, but you will see me start to use all of the brand new items in this build. So in the inside, I only had access to the base game and the new pack, so I tried to showcase as many of the new objects as possible for you guys so you guys can get a really good inside look at what you're going to get if you are thinking about purchasing this pack. So I'm just going to say right off the bat that I think this pack was very well done and the items are super cute. They aren't my usual style, which you will notice immediately. They're not my style. They're not the typical modern type of a vibe that I would go for, but I can definitely see how beautiful they are, and I can see them being integrated into a more modern way, which I'm really excited to do, especially when I get my hands on the pack fully and I can use kind of like my staple packs like Spa Day and Moschino and City Living and stuff like that, combining that with these more countryside cottagey items. I think it'll be so pretty to kind of put a modern twist on this too. But for the sake of these videos, I wanted to completely lean in to the whole cottage vibes, cottage core vibes. I know that everyone is so excited for cottage core vibes. Honestly, I'm pretty down for cottage core vibes too. It's not like my main aesthetic, obviously, but I'm down. I'm honestly down. So I really tried to lean into that whole, cozy, cottagey, countryside vibe for all of the speed builds that you will see me do. So I'm going to be uploading a ton of them, by the way, over the next few days. So do stay tuned to my YouTube channel over the next, 2 weeks or so until the pack comes out. I have a lot of content filmed for you guys that I can't wait to share, and I tried to make every build a little bit different. So here you can see I am using the new roof swatch and roof trimming. So we got this kind of like thatched roof. It's a new swatch and it comes with a matching trim. I think it's really pretty. It definitely looks like, a cottagey type of a roof. So I'm really happy that we were able to get a new roof swatch. We don't always get a new roof swatch with packs. So that was really beautiful. And then you can see all of the new windows that I've been using here around the back and stuff. These windows that have these beautiful shutters. Obviously, I chose the all white ones because it's me, but a lot of them do come in beautiful neutral swatches and some with some pops of color. Like I really like the default swatch is like a white window with like a light blue shutter, and I think that's super pretty. They have like light green, they have red, they have pink, they have yellow. They just have all the nice kind of pastel colors for those shutters, which I think are super usable and super perfect for these cottage style. So you'll see me kind of use more color in future builds down the line. Again, stay tuned for that. But this one was definitely a little bit more in my comfort zone in the sense of like the color palette. I went for a little bit more of a neutral exterior, white on the bottom, a little bit of a darker black top, and then some brown accents here and there. So, even though it's like colorful cottage vibes, I still put a little Dr. Ashley twist on it. I still kept it neutral in like my beautiful color palette that you guys know I love, which I think is really nice. The other thing that we also got, we got some new fences. I believe we got 3 new fences, which is really nice. I tried to use as many of them as possible here. So you can see one of the fences is on the little porch out front. It's like this cute little wooden picket fence looking with this nice intricate detail, which I really love. And then we also got a more kind of like rundown looking fence, which is beautiful for like more out in the countryside, like middle of nowhere type builds, which you'll see me do later. And then we also got like a stone fence that's a little bit more substantial that I end up using in this build, so keep an eye out for that. We definitely got a lot of windows too, in lots of different sizes, like a little bit shorter ones, a little bit taller ones. We got those cute little like circular windows. You see the one that I put on the right side there, it's like this cute little circle window. I really love that one. I love those little accent windows, like the ones that came with like cats and dogs and stuff. I think that they're super useful and they're oftentimes super underrated. Like, people don't realize how important those tiny little accent windows are, because sometimes when you need to just like fill a little bit of a roof space and you don't know what to put, those accent windows definitely add like this cute factor and adds that small little detail that you need. So here you can see I am doing the terrain tools. I just wanted to add a little bit of, you know, a little bit of interest. I actually did a super intense terrain tool build that's coming out this Saturday, I believe. It's like a farm on a hill, so it's really intense. Maybe I'll put a little sneak peek spoiler up on the screen here, but stay tuned to that one because I was really proud of how intense my terrain tool action was on that one. So yeah, I can't wait to show you guys. Also, I really like these little lanterns that we got. They're like these cute little like DIY Pinterest looking lanterns. Basically, it's like a jar, and then they have like the little light like string of lights kind of piled into a jar, exactly how you'd see it on Pinterest and all those cute little websites and stuff. And they come in a bunch of different like cool neutral swatches. You can choose like different wood tones and stuff. I really love that object. I think it goes so well with the pack, and it just adds like a cute, like warm, cozy touch. You can use them on the interior as well as the exterior. I use them a lot around here. And we also got a lot of cute landscaping too. So you can see right here, I'm right into the debug section. Whenever we get a new pack, you gotta go to the debug, you guys. The debug has all of the hidden gems, all of the secrets, and I'm using a lot of the landscaping from the debug section. So these kind of like little bushes and stuff I got from the debug section. Honestly, I don't know why they don't just put it in the normal catalog, because I feel like a lot of people would want to use this stuff. Like even these little, look at these little like cute bushes and stuff like that. Like I want to use those on a regular basis. So I don't really know why they put those in the debug section, because they definitely belong in the normal catalog, but I don't know if they're going to put it in the normal catalog. But just FYI, check the debug section, because that's where I'm getting these cool little plants. So with this build, I know that this is kind of like a really small lot. I did want to kind of make it an all-encompassing lot for you guys to use, and if you want to experience the pack as a whole, you can still use this lot and not have to be overwhelmed with one of those, you know, massive lots and stuff like that. So you guys might have seen other YouTubers do like world overview videos, but with this pack we did get 12 different lots, I believe, on 3 different neighborhoods. So 4 lots per neighborhood, and we did get a massive 64 by 64 lot as well. A lot of the lots kind of on the more like deserted countryside area are really large, which is great because that's realistic. You're gonna have to fit like a bunch of chickens and cows and llamas and stuff like that. So some of them do come with a lot of land, but for this one it is a bit of a smaller lot, but I still wanted to give this like the full experience. So I did manage to fit a chicken coop and a like cow coop. What is it called? Like a cow barn, a cow house, a llama house. You know, the shed thing for the animal. I think it's called an animal shed. To be honest, I did not look at the object names, I'm not gonna lie, but I did manage to fit both of those items onto here. So if you did want to move into this home By the way, this home has 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, so you can definitely fit like a small family of 3 here, or even like 2 roommates, or even if you are a single sim, you can feel free to move into this home and you can totally have the full experience and raise a cow and raise some chickens. And I did play test it as well. And it is really, really fun, actually. I did manage to do a little bit of gameplay. You guys know that I don't really focus on gameplay on this channel, but I had to make sure that everything was functional and that you could have a nice experience here. And yeah, I like had a little cow in my cow shed, and I had a bunch of chickens and a bunch of hens. And yeah, I took care of them. And I also set the house to have, like you have to, what is it called? It's like a lot challenge. They introduced these new things called lot challenges where basically you have to like live off of you have to have like a self-sustaining farm, I guess. So you don't have unlimited groceries. You have to only like plant the foods that you're going to cook with and harvest them. So you have to like harvest the milk from the cow and the eggs from the chickens, and you have to plant, eggplants and basil and lettuce and stuff like that. You have to kind of plant it all yourself to make your meals. So I play tested it like that here. And it was kind of challenging, but it was actually also super realistic. So I really like that feature of this pack, to really like live on this farm and not just have like unlimited groceries whenever you click on the fridge. I thought that that was a really cool concept, and I can see myself having a ton of fun with that. So you'll see here is where I put the little chicken coop. It's so cute. I love the little colors and how like cute and detailed it is. And then you can see that massive kind of like cow animal shed that I also managed to fit on here. Yeah, they're a little bit large, but I mean, obviously it has to fit a cow, so it's going to be very large. But yeah, like I said, when I was playtesting this, I had to like milk the cows and get the eggs from the chickens and plant all of my crops and stuff to actually get food. The good thing is you're not like completely gonna starve, because you can order grocery delivery service, which I think is super cool. You can just like go on your phone or the computer and order groceries and like pick whatever ingredients you want, and then somebody will come and drop it off. It's kind of like Uber Eats, but like Uber Eats grocery. It's kind of funny. So I don't know, I really like that concept. It definitely is very familiar to me given the past year and a half and the circumstances we've been in. I am very familiar with food delivery and grocery delivery, so you could say it's very fitting for these times. But it definitely felt really intuitive, honestly. Like if you need to make something, you need to buy the groceries first. If you think about it, it's kind of unrealistic, the fact that when you when you start playing The Sims, you just click on the fridge and like the food's there. Like it doesn't really make sense. So really, this is a nice, cool touch that they've added with this pack to kind of make things a little bit more realistic. And it's intuitive at the same time, because it's something we're all very familiar with, buying groceries, ordering food delivery, whatever it is. So I'm really excited to play around with that aspect of this pack. But here you can see I've pretty much done a ton of the landscaping. I gave this property everything it needs to be, self-sufficient. The chicken coop, the animal shed, all of those little plots there, so you can plant all of your vegetables and stuff like that. And then now I'm just kind of going in with a couple of decorations. You can see we got these cute little like hay bales. They actually are seats, so you can sit down on them and kind of chill and chat. And yeah, overall, I just think that the exterior looks very cozy and very like full, and I like it. I really like it. I hope you guys like it too. Please let me know what your thoughts are on this exterior and yeah, what you think of it so far. But now for the exciting thing, we are going on to the interior. So I can't wait to show you guys a bunch of the new items that comes with this pack. So you guys know furniture items are my favorite part of any pack. And here we are starting off strong with some new couches. So look at those beautiful 3 cushion couches. I mean, they look really nice. They could be totally modern too. Like they're not super country cottage, vibes to me, which I'm really happy about. Like I can see myself using that couch in like one of the more caramel swatches and using it in like a modern apartment too. So it's definitely very versatile in its use. It comes with a lot of beautiful colors. Obviously I checked and it comes in a black and white swatch, it comes in neutral swatches, it comes in cute pastel swatches. Here you can see I use this kind of like light faded sage green color, which I think is so beautiful. And then we also got these new like end tables, and I really love the end tables with the kind of brass handle pull. I think that they look really luxurious. They look like they're from Pottery Barn. Honestly, I feel like this pack is a mix between like super country cottage but also like Pottery Barn vibes, you know? Like in my like ideal aesthetic is like Restoration Hardware, but this is like Pottery Barn, which is like just as good, you know? So I'm really happy, and I think it actually pairs really well with the base game too. I found that even though I was restricted to only base game and this pack, I didn't really struggle that much. Like I felt like a lot of the base game items definitely meshed well with these items, but when I get my hands on the pack fully, I can't wait to see where else this pack, you know, can combine with in terms of like spa day and stuff. You guys know I love spa day. So I think it could look really nice with some more modern packs as well. But the other thing I do want to mention is we got a lot of brick and like wallpaper swatches, like an alarming amount. So we got tons of new brick swatches. You can see the interior walls and the exterior walls that I did are the new brick swatches. So it's this nice, beautiful, painted, white, clean brick. And you guys know I have a like dying obsession with the Dine Out white brick. This is the new Dine Out white brick, you guys. It's like a new one. It's not going to replace the Dine Out white brick, don't get me wrong, but it's another addition to the brick obsession. You know what I mean? Like, look at how nice and clean and white it is. It comes in a ton of different neutral colors too, like beige, gray, dark gray, light white, dark white, black, navy, brown. It comes in a lot of good colors, and I'm very happy. Let's just say I'm very happy about the brick swatches in this pack, and definitely keep your eye out for more brick swatches and stuff like that, and other wallpapers that came with the pack, because you know that I was very excited when I saw those brick swatches. But here you can see we are moving on to the kitchen. So the kitchen aspect and kitchens in general are a big part of this pack. Obviously, you're harvesting eggs and milk and crops and stuff, and you're living on your self-sufficient farm. So cooking and, you know, grocery delivery, all that good stuff, it's a big part of this pack. So I wanted to make sure that I did a semi-large kitchen, even though this floor plan is tiny. So please excuse the kind of like wacky floor plan that I came up with. It's kind of like the best I could do in order to like maximize the space and give my sim or your sims or any of the sims who live here a lot of counter space to prepare food. Another thing that we're getting, I think this might be a base game update, I'm not quite sure, but kids will have the ability to cook with their family or with like an adult sim or something like that. So they definitely make cooking like a group activity now, and kind of, you know, everyone coming together in the kitchen and making a meal together. Definitely really great for like family gameplay and that kind of stuff. You know, cooking with your family and like socializing and bonding around food and stuff like that. So I wanted to give my sims or these sims who live here a really big kitchen, even though the floor plan isn't that big. So I kind of came out with this creative kind of wraparound bar situations. There's kind of like some bar stools there, and then they still have a lot of counter space kind of down the hallway there. So I mean, it's not like an ideal kitchen layout, but honestly, I think it works for the space, and it's kind of like the best. It's kind of the best that, you know, we could do. And it's fine because this build is a little bit smaller, but I just want to say, because I haven't addressed it yet, the kitchen items and the kitchen set is very, very beautiful. I mean, look at the nice green color on those counters. I mean, it's just like the perfect muted, toned down green. Gone are the days where the Sims team is giving us these bright neon like colors, like unusable colors. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they definitely came to their senses and said, let's tone down the colors a little bit. Like, let's give them color, but let's tone it down. Like, make it a bit muted, make it pastel, you know, just like, you know, it wasn't the neons. Like, I'm thinking those base game modern counters where they're all just neon colors. It's like, you know, let's just not go down that path anymore. So they definitely gave us beautiful swatches with all of these kitchen counters. And if you guys want to watch all of my future builds with this pack, I made sure to use a different kitchen counter color in every single build. So I didn't repeat any swatches in any of my builds. I tried my best to showcase the items as best as possible and as many items as I could in different color swatches and in different ways and rooms and styles. So definitely look out for those videos. Once again, sorry for like the self promo, but I'm really excited about this pack and I want you guys to see as much as possible so you guys can get excited. But I also really love the fridge that we got with this pack. I think it's so cute. It's like Smeg vibes. You know that brand Smeg? It's like really high-end, expensive, like cool appliances and stuff. It definitely gives me Smeg vibes, and I really like that color that I chose as well. And also the like farmhouse sink that we got. You can see the little sink there. It's like a really deep square sink. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I feel like that's just like one of my top favorite sinks at the moment in the entire game. I wish that we could get the sink as like a standalone sink that we could apply to any countertop, but maybe that's just, you know, asking for a little bit too much. But for now, I'm happy for that sink. Let me know what you guys think of the kitchen items. You guys know that I love kitchens so much. I hope that you guys love kitchens just as much as me. So definitely give me your thoughts on the kitchen items. And we also got a lot of like clutter and stuff too, which is also a good time. So here you can see we are doing the bedrooms. Now the bedrooms are very small, so I apologize. They're quite small, but you know, the build is small. What can I say? We don't need massive bedrooms when we live out in the cottage countryside living because, you know, it's all about having property on the outside, not necessarily square footage on the inside, right? That's what I'm going to tell myself. So here you can see we got this really beautiful bed with this nice metal intricate bed frame. I love this bed frame. This is like something that I would have in real life. When I was a kid, like my bed frame was like kind of metal like that and kind of intricate looking. Not exactly looking like that, but kind of a similar vibe. And I love all of the cute floral and patterned swatches we got. Of course, don't worry, we also got a plain white swatch in that bed. So if you want it in a plain white swatch, they hooked us up. But yeah, I wanted to use this kind of like plaid color here just because I felt that it went with the cottage country theme. Yeah. I don't know if I would ever use like those plaid colors outside of like a country cottage build, but there are definitely some usable swatches that I could use, you know, in more modern builds as well. I love how like with every single item, I'm like trying to think like how can I use it in a future modern build? But honestly, I think that's kind of important because you don't want the items to be so stuck and like tunnel visioned into one particular style that you can't use them across other like situations, you know what I mean? Like even though like, yeah, this is the country or the cottage living pack, like I want to make sure that these items will be useful to me if I want to go back to San Myshuno and stuff like that. So I think that it's really important too when you're like buying packs to make sure that they are going to be, you know, usable across all of the worlds and all different styles, because that's when you know you're really going to get your money's worth and is not so like singular in its use. So that's kind of like the mindset I take when I look at these items. It's like, does this come in a plain white swatch or some more neutral swatches that I can kind of modernize it or do something else with it in another world? So That's kind of where my brain goes. Hopefully you guys kind of operate that way as well, because I'm sure you guys are like somewhat on the same page as me in terms of like build style and stuff. Like sometimes you want a little bit more like modern luxurious vibes, and there's nothing wrong with that. But anyways, here we're back on the cottage. We're building a cottage right now. So you can see I just did the kind of kids room. We didn't get really any like kids room stuff with this pack. Understandably, I guess it was, you know, where do kids kind of fall into this pack necessarily, but you know, any of the items like that cute little vanity dresser and stuff like that, you can kind of use in a kid's bedroom, and a lot of the like base game stuff also works really well. Oh, here's one of the new wallpapers. So we got 3 new wallpapers with this pack. A lot of them actually do kind of cater to children. They have like some bunnies and like some cute little patterns on it. So I guess those definitely are great for children's rooms and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely super fun. I kind of used it as an accent wall because I didn't want to put it over the entire room, but super, super useful. But oh my goodness, the video is over. I totally didn't even realize. I have so much more to say, so I'm going to have to carry it over into the other speed builds that I am going to be uploading. So once again, please stay tuned. Tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day, I'm going to have loads more builds to share with you guys. And I'm using these items in totally different new ways, different color swatches, all that stuff. So definitely stay tuned to that. But in the meantime, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of this build and what are your first impressions on this pack. Purely just based on what you've seen so far, do you think you're going to be purchasing it? Do you like the items? Did you like this build? Did you like what I did with these items? Please let me know all of your thoughts. And if you have anything else you guys want me to answer in terms of questions and stuff, I'll be sure to maybe address it in a future video. So do let me know. But besides that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up and leave a comment down below what you thought about it. And if this is our first time meeting, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to be friends or if you want to see more Sims 4 videos. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys all in my next video, which will be tomorrow. Bye everybody.